you don't know what to do, what to mix with what, or what to put in where. There's no need to fret because there's someone here to help you. He's not just a man, he's an idiot too. The cocktail idiot. Yes, it's the cocktail idiot. It's Cocktail 101 time with your host, me, the cocktail idiot, and
Georgie, the camera lady.
yes, and as you can see, we've gone Christmassy today because it's nearly Christmas.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
And if you're watching this after Christmas, hope you had a good Christmas. If you're watching this in January, you're over Christmas.
Hope you had a good Christmas.
If you're watching it in February, you don't need to worry about Christmas. And if you're watching it in August, you need to start planning Christmas.
Yes.
Exactly. Right, today we are going to be making one smoky old fashioned. But before we make the smoky old fashioned, I have a little side project that I've done. A little treat for you. I thought, because we're doing something smoky, something magical, that I make a little bit of magical music for you to listen along to. That's if you like listening along to music. If you don't, skip forward. And up here, somewhere, there'll be a little video of me playing some Harry Potter music on the flute. Yes, the classic cocktail making instrument.
Don't make me laugh. Drop the camera.
So click up there, and then play it while you make your cocktail. Now, back to the video. Right, okay, so you are gonna need 3 very easy to manage ingredients, and they are a whiskey of your choice. I've gone for this Scottish, that was a terrible Scottish accent.
It was awful.
A wee bit Scottish, Scotland.
That's really awful still. Just stop.
Bit of Glenfiddich. What year is this one? 12 year, how exciting. But whatever whiskey your preference is, then you're going to need some Angostura, you're going to need some maple syrup, and then you're going to need some form of smoker. But we'll get to that. This is a sort of a little variation on the classic old fashioned. So it's probably very familiar. We're going to start with our mixing glass, no need to shake this one, just mix it up. And you are going to put in 50 glorious mils of your whiskey of choice. Boom! Then, what? Oh God, I got a bit clumsy today, George.
Well, it's nearly Christmas.
Nearly Christmas, nearly Christmas.
You've got your Christmas head on.
Christmas. Then you're going to take 25 ml of your maple syrup. So that is obviously just replacing the sugar that's normally in your old fashioned.
Quite a good sugar for you though, especially if it's organic.
Exactly. This is organic Canadian maple syrup. I'm not messing around here. Proper stuff. Cool. And then you just want to do a couple of drops of your Angostura. Like that. And that's all you need. Next, it's the fun part when you get to do a bit of stirring.
Wow, stirring.
I love stirring.
Oh, I was about to film you dropping ice.
And then you just wanna get your spoon, give it a good stir. Oh, I can do smile and stir. Once that's nice and chilled, nice and cold, move it to one side. And then I've been a little bit exciting because we've gone all sciencey. You're going to put it in the flask and then you put it in your glass.
Oh gosh, here comes the
But
rhyme.
first, let's pour this into here.
What are you using? A tulip strainer?
Yeah. In that goes our scientific
Ooh.
cocktail.
I've thought this was meant to be a magical cocktail.
Our magical
Christmas
cocktail. It's not
magic.
magic hasn't happened yet.
I guess so.
Because got this. I will link it in the description. Easily purchased on the Amazon. Not very expensive. I think about £25. I may be wrong. I don't know what it is in dollars.
No idea.
No.
Sorry, everyone.
But easy to use. And then
Fancy stuff.
smoky cocktail.
Woo!
Get the aromas going. And then smoke the glass, because why not? And once you finish playing with your smoke, which I played with quite a lot, as you can tell from the amount of smoke in here, gonna get an ice cube. Nice big one.
Oh, nice.
Pop it in there. And there we have one smoky old-fashioned. It's history time! Yeah! Some exciting Christmas Day activity for you. If your Christmas Day isn't going to plan, you can sit down with your smoky old-fashioned in front of your roaring fire.
Yes.
And learn about the history. Although this is going to be a short history time because this isn't a true old-fashioned, it's a variation on one. So I'll just give you the basic history of an old-fashioned, and we'll explore the whole history at some other point. So the old-fashioned, as the name would suggest, it is an old cocktail.
Oh God! Well done for that perception.
And that is the end of the history time. It's an old cocktail. In fact, the oldest reference of an old-fashioned whiskey cocktail, now the important part of that is whiskey, is 1895, and that can be found in a very famous cocktail book called Modern American Drinks. Although it's not that famous. It's another book I'm thinking of which is the famous one. And so, Modern American Drinks, and that's by George J. Japella. And in that you find the old-fashioned whiskey cocktail and the old-fashioned recipe as we know it today, pretty much hand in hand. But before that, the name of the cocktail and the recipe were separated. And you can find the name of the cocktail, the old-fashioned, in a book which is very famous. This is the famous one, called Bartender's Guide, How to Mix Drinks. And that came out in 1862 by a very famous gentleman called Jerry Thomas. And in it he lists a cocktail called Old-Fashioned Holland Gin Cocktail. And as you can guess in the name,
oh,
yes, you've got Holland gin in it, although the rest of the ingredients are pretty much an old-fashioned. And that's where your old-fashioned name is first listed. The cocktail, which we know, is named in another book, and that also came out in 1862, and that was called How to Mix Drinks, or the Bon Vivant Companion. And in it you have a whiskey cocktail, which was quite a popular cocktail during the time, and that is basically what we drink these days. At some point someone, I think most likely, changed the gin out of the old-fashioned gin cocktail for whiskey, and then thought, oh hang on, basically what I'm drinking now is just a whiskey cocktail, but I quite like the name the old-fashioned, so now I will call it the old-fashioned whiskey cocktail. And then we got rid of whiskey cocktail and we just have the old-fashioned. And that is the end of history time, which means it's the end of the video, which means as a Christmas treat to me, you can go and like, comment and subscribe.
and Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas. Don't forget to get yourself onto the Instagram and tag your photos, and go and have a listen to me tootle along away on the flute. If you enjoy it,
Some
comment.
magical music for a magical cocktail.
Exactly. If you like it, comment. If you don't like it, comment.
Comment anyway.
Either way. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Yes, it's the cocktail.